For Comedy Hype News, I'm Terrence Sims. Martin's fifth season began airing in September of 1996. By then, ratings-wise, the show had been on a decline. The fifth season of Martin averaged 6 million viewers compared to the 11.4 million that tuned in for the first. This was most likely due to the constant shuffling of the show's time slot. The previous season aired on 3 different days in a 9-month span, making it difficult for audiences to know when the show was actually on. This, in addition to Tisha Campbell's absence, are what led to Martin's cancellation. Despite the declining ratings, producers and network executives were interested in the potential spin-off series featuring Tichina Arnold's character, Pamela James. Pam was a fan favorite on Martin, so it only made sense to have a series that focused more on her character. Unfortunately, the project would not move forward at Fox, robbing dedicated fans the chance to see an extended universe featuring characters from Martin. Here's why the Martin spinoff never happened. The final season of Martin contained an episode titled Going for Mine, which was categorized as a backdoor pilot, meaning it aired as an episode of Martin as opposed to its own series. In the episode, Pam loses her job at a public relations firm and competes for a position as an A&R executive at Keep It Real Records. Pam realizes that her former assistant is a talented singer and ends up signing him to the record label, getting herself a job in the process. The proposed series would have focused on Pam and her new job as an A&R executive as she balanced her personal life with her new experiences at the record company. The series would have introduced several new characters in the Martin universe. These characters included Dondre Whitfield, Gina Von Oy, who many would come to know Stevie from The Parkers, Anthony Johnson from Friday and The Players Club, and Phil Morris, all of whom were going to be Pam's new co-workers. As for why the series never took off, Tichina Arnold explained what happened in a 2017 interview. Networks change their mind all the time, and they changed their mind. There's a lot of great shows and a lot of great pilots that weren't picked up. Back then, it was like, oh yeah, this is great. It would be a no-brainer. But you know, that's how fickle the industry is. You never know. There's no specific reason that I was given as to why it wasn't picked up, but it's just one of those things. It could have been anything. It could have been the budget. It could have been their changing the lineup. It could have been anything. You just never know. I always keep it moving. It's just one of those things. You can never tell. You never know. I don't get sad over that. I've been in the industry since I was 11, so I'm used to being told no. I'm used to, okay, well, it's not going to happen this time. Try again. And I'm used to rejection. So when you become used to that or accustomed to that, that was a great opportunity for me, but no, it's just water under a bridge. I'm happy that it had even gotten that far and they chose me as a spinoff character. So that, in of itself, was displayed to me that I could carry my own show. I could do it. That wasn't contingent upon whether or not the show could get picked up. The fact I got that far was good enough for me. Of course it's disappointing, but I was never sad. What's for you will be for you. After Martin ended, Arnold appeared as a guest star in several television series as well as bit roles in movies. These projects include a single episode of The Jamie Foxx Show, a role in Big Mama's House where she reunited with Lawrence, and a recurring role in the UPN sitcom 101. Even though it appeared that Arnold had been constantly working, she wouldn't become a regular on another series until Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. I was pigeonholed. I was Pam. When you play a role for so long and people see you as certain, I was pigeonholed for a very long time. A lot of people don't know I didn't work constantly for 10 straight years after I did Martin. I was looking for work wherever I could get it. I wasn't on a show after Martin. 10 years. In September 2005, Everybody Hates Chris debuted on UPN to rave reviews and ratings. The series is based on the childhood for comedian Chris Rock, and Arnold portrayed Chris' mother, Rochelle. Despite the quick critical and commercial success of Everybody Hates Chris, both Tichina Arnold and Chris Rock were revealed that the network originally didn't want Arnold in that role. When speaking to Essence magazine back in 2016, Rock said, "I've never gone into battle without a black woman. You know, a movie battle? With Tichina Arnold and Everybody Hates Chris, I had to fight for Tichina. I'm not even going to tell you who the network wanted. She's literally as good as Tina Fey or Julia Louis-Dreyfus or any of these chicks." You're like, Tichina who? It's difficult to imagine UPN wanting to pass on Tichina Arnold for the main role in a sitcom, especially considering the talent she showcased for 5 seasons on Martin. Nevertheless, the network listened to Rock, and now we cannot see anyone else but Tichina Arnold as Rochelle Rock. Arnold's phenomenal work on Everybody Hates Chris was proven through her 2006 win for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series at the NAACP Image Awards. This wasn't the only shocking piece of news Arnold received. It turns out that at the time of her audition for Martin, she would have rather went to 2 other shows instead. On Sirius XM's The Happy Hour with Heather B., Arnold said,
"Originally, Pam was written for a heavyset black woman.
I didn't even really want Martin. I didn't want it. I was up for 2 other shows. I tested for CCPD and Main Street. I wanted to do those 2 shows. Those shows were in the first position. Martin is a beloved show that has stood the test of time. One of the main strengths of the series was its cast and how they played off each other, displaying some of the best chemistry on television at the time. Tichina Arnold has entertained us for decades in film and television, holding her own against comedic heavyweights like Martin Lawrence, Mike Epps, and Cedric the Entertainer, surprising us with each and every character she portrays, adding to her legacy as one of the most versatile and great comedic actresses of all. Would you guys have liked to see a Martin spinoff featuring Pam? What do you think about Tichina Arnold wanting to be on 2 other shows instead of Martin? Let us know in the comments below. Stay up to date with the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel. Follow Comedy Hype across all social media and look out for original content on our new streaming service at comedyhype.com. For Comedy Hype News, I'm Terrence Sims.